this is just a brief overview of how we can obtain business from the cloud. One of the target in this particular presentation is the first-time home buyers, and to get them, that we can obtain it from Google search or perhaps Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and there are many other forms of internet or social media that we're not familiar with, but the bottom line is that we should be able to focus on one or two of this, in particularly maybe Facebook marketing as an example. Now, we need to have content to attract people, so perhaps videos with topics of interest such as insider secrets on getting the best interest rates, or 7 mistakes and how to avoid them to first-time home buyers. 3 easy steps to improve your credit rating. Now here's one of my favorite. Buying a home with 0 down payment, or perhaps another phrase is low down payment or no down payment. This often attracts a lot of attention. Perhaps even free booklets, as in the case where we can have this one, 84 pages of government-approved home buyer's guide that we can offer for free, either in paper format or in a ebook format. Here are just other topics of interest. Free insider's guide to Mississauga homes, mortgage payment calculators, self-qualifying calculator. Here, this is more so someone can play with a calculator without talking to anyone first. It's less intimidating that way, and obviously we won't tell them everything, but enough to whet the appetite so they can call us for more information. Buyer classes advertise online and giving them a schedule where they can sign up for it. There are other topics too that we won't spend the time on for now. This is just a list of some of the one. Here's another one of my favorite is how do you get $20,000 rebate from Ottawa? And this now once we have someone coming to it, we then have to define who are our target clients. What are the ideal clients, or who are the ideal clients that we're looking for? So here's some of my criteria. They should have good credit, perhaps 680 or higher on the Equifax scale. Should have money for down payment, at least a 5%, preferably more. Family income, combined family income of 80,000 plus, and I call this, they should be a 5-star prospect. So you may say, well, what is a 5-star prospect? If they're not 5-star, it's no sense talking with them. The first requirement for the 5-star is that they're willing to engage in a dialogue. They are willing to talk to us. They are friendly and cooperative. They're ready to buy over the next 6 months, and they know what they want. And above all, they want our help. And having the 5-star prospect would help us find and work with the right people with less frustrations. Once we identified our ideal clients who are also our 5-star prospects, then we should have systems set up that we would do things automatically, such as autoresponder that do the follow-up. And once they raise the flag saying they want to talk with us, a phone call followed by a meeting is a must. Then we follow up in what we call a 7-steps connection process. Basically is when they call, we should call back with a phone call, not just email. If we cannot get a hold of them, then a voicemail should be left with them. And then following that, an email should be sent out to tell them that we left a voicemail on the voicemail machines. Now, if they still don't call back, and often they don't, then we call again and leave a message. But this time, this time we don't leave a message. Just call. If they're not there, don't leave a message. And if they still don't get back, and then we email them again. This time we want to say something that's more diplomatic. So it could be something like, if I just want to check to make sure I have the correct email. If you're not the right person that I sent to, please let me know. And then call back again. but this time make sure it's different time of the day. So if you've been calling in late afternoon and have no result, try morning or maybe try evening, because they may be on different kind of shift schedule that doesn't coincide with yours. And then if they still have no response, email back again and be a little bit funny. And in the email, I just want to say something like, I want to confirm that there is a real person behind this and that you're not a machine. Could you let me know? Because we're trying to get a hold of you. And then if after a few days still no response, then I would suggest leaving a voice message and tell them, saying, you were requesting for a package. We have it ready, but we're having trouble connecting you. Could you please call us? So 7 steps to follow. Now, the idea of all this work is so we can get have them submit an application, so we can tell whether they are whether we can get them a pre-approval or not. We are really qualifying these people. There's no sense working with someone that are not qualified. So the internet or the cloud brings the lead, or perhaps it drives it to a buyer's class who brings the lead. But it doesn't really matter, because what's important is that we want them to give us the personal information. Now, once we have the personal information, we have to determine, do they qualify based on our criteria. So let me start with a no. Let's say they don't. Why don't they qualify? There are only 3 reasons for decline. One is credit, or more so bad credit. 2 is income, or the lack of the income for the mortgage amount they're looking for. And the 3rd reason is maybe they just don't have the down payments to do the mortgage with. Well, any of these 3 reasons may have a solution. I call that a 3-6-1 plan. Instead of telling them to go away, we should look at them again and say, can these problems be looked after? Can it be fixed in 3 months? Okay, perhaps 6 months, maybe a year. Because if we can do that, then we're a happy camper. Then they qualify, obviously, after they go through our 3-6-1 plan, just like someone new coming through who are qualified. Now that we know they're qualified, they're willing to work with us, we know how much they qualify for, it would be a lot easier to hand this off to the realtor. So to do all this, we need a team. It's not a one-man operation. We need a team, and the way I see it is we need a team with 4 different skill sets. We need a dreamer, such as myself, who can come up with the idea. But then we need a project manager, someone who can plan it out and implement that systematically. But then we also need a doer. Someone needs to be able to just do without fail. And one more person is who would make sure that whatever we set up to do, that we are going to do it and in compliance of it. Then, of course, we need the licensed professional. The first group of people I put in there is usually the one who benefits the most, such as myself as a mortgage broker, and a realtor, a lawyer, and house insurance agent. Now, of course, we need others to help us. We all have different skill sets that would help build this type of business. A marketer is a natural, and a marketer is needed, especially when it comes to Google and Facebook marketing. Then we do need an organizer or an administrator who are very good with taking the leads that comes in, organize it, follow up with it, and in theory they can take it from the inquiry stage all the way to the approval stage. And then, of course, there are some supports type of vendors that would benefit from this as well. Once we have the client buying a house, often we need other team members such as handyman, renovators, kitchen upgrade people, painters, movers, etc. Well, where do we go from here? What's next?